Hey, what's up, guys? Here in the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You welcome to my YouTube show on the Fire Sports Pod. I'm your host, Zack Jackson. So we're just going to be going over some of the free agents that happened over the last couple days. The ones that I basically about to post. First up, you have the Chargers are cutting ties with long-time number 2 wide receiver Mike Williams for now. According to CBS Sports-led NFL insider Jonathan Jones, the Chargers will release Williams. Hold up, guys. Will release Williams. They will release Williams, bringing back a different deal. The move will save the Chargers about $27 million over the cap at the start of the day on Wednesday. 20 million. 20 million on their books. Williams was set to draw a base salary of 17 million and 3 million on a roster bonus and count for a total of 32.5 million on the cap, but will instead carry a dead cap charge of 12.5. Williams was a first-round pick back in 2017, served for most of his time with the team as the number 2 wideout behind Keenan Allen, operating mostly as a deep threat complement to Allen. He had over 1,000 yards twice between 2019 and 2022. He tore his ACL in week 3 of the 2023 season and really wasn't the same after that. So we'll see what happens with Mike Williams and if the Chargers decide to go with him with another contract in the next coming days. Now, like sources told, linebacker Eric Kendricks changes his mind and will sign with my Cowboys instead of the 49ers. Linebacker Eric Kendricks, who earlier on the Wednesday agreed to a 1-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers, had instead decided to join the Dallas Cowboys, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Cowboys defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer, who coached Kendricks with the Minnesota Vikings from 2015 to 2021, wanted the former Pro Bowl selection to help run his defense, as Kendricks also preferred to play in Dallas, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter, Archer analyst of every Cowboys signing. Well, the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Let's go talk about some of the Cowboys' moves. Psych. I ain't talking crap about them. They are so bad, it is ridiculous. We are going to be the most mediocre team on the planet, so I ain't talking about it. You guys thought I was going to talk about it. You want me to hear me talk about the Cowboys and how disappointing they are? Go to my audio show on the Fire Sports Pod on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You'll catch me there. Now, the San Diego Padres, we're moving on to just a big signing in the MLB. The San Diego Padres are finalizing a trade to acquire right-hander Dylan Cease. Cease is 28 years old. On the top of that, he has done some pretty good things. Cease is 20 years old, was the runner-up for the American League Cy Young Award in 2022. But he's coming off a down year after compelling a 2.2 ERA 2 years ago. He's now at 4.58 last year. He was the subject of trade rumors all winter as new White Sox general manager Chris Jets sought a reset for a team that lost 101 games last season. So you have that being said. Then you move. Then we go back. So that was just a little synopsis, just a one-timer big signing from the Chicago. Now you got Joe Flacco. He is returned to Cleveland. Didn't happen. He has found his nice landing spot just one state to the west. Flacco plans to sign a 1-year contract with up to $8.7 million with the Indianapolis Colts. NFL insider Ian Rappaport, Tom Pizzero, and Mike Ruffalo reported on Wednesday. The deal includes $4.5 million in guaranteed per Rappaport. Flacco's return to the NFL roster in March follows a year in which he waited fruitlessly for a team to call with a legitimate interest, leaving him on the couch into the regular season before Cleveland's desperation prompted to fly Flacco out for a visit, which began as coach flight to Cleveland ended in an aphrodisiac month and a half in which Flacco became the first quarterback in Browns franchise history to throw for 300+ yards in 4 straight games while leading the Browns to a playoff berth, where they ultimately got demolished by the Texans in Houston. Now, we are moving on to Bobby Wagner. Illustrator's career will include a new stop in 2024, and that is in Washington. The Commanders signed the veteran linebacker with a 1-year deal worth up to $8.5 million. NFL Network Inside Rappaport reported per the source. Rappaport adds that Wagner's contract includes $6 million guaranteed. Wagner's move east makes a notable shift in his career plans and reunites him with his former defensive coordinator. In Seattle, head coach Dan Quinn, the longtime Seahawk, moved south to his hometown Los Angeles for a 1-year stint with the defending the Super Bowl champions. But as the wheels fell off for the Rams, it became clear Wagner wouldn't want to stick around, leading him to re-sign with the Seattle in 2023. And now in 2024, he is now with the Washington Commanders. Another little contract for a bona fide linebacker. Never count out the mystery team. After days of Calvin Ridley reportedly mulling a free agent decision between Jacksonville Jaguars and New England Patriots, the star wide receiver instead signed with the Tennessee Titans. According to CBS Sports NFL insider Jonathan Jones, Ridley was earned $92 million over the course of the contract, including $50 million in fully guaranteed. This is rather stunning turn of events, considering that Jacksonville and New England were two key players for Ridley's services for the star of a legal tampering period. That said, Jones did note on Tuesday that there could be a dark horse lurking in the shadows of the sweepstakes, and that ultimately proved to be Tennessee. So Calvin Ridley is heading to the Tennessee Titans with Will Levis. The Commanders are sending QB Sam Howell to the Seahawks. The Washington Commanders are trading quarterback Sam Howell to the Seattle Seahawks in a pick swap. Sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter the Seahawks will receive Sam Howell, a 4th-round pick, number 102, and a 6th-round selection, number 179, in exchange for a 3rd-round pick of number 78 and a 5th-rounder of number 152. The sources told Schefter. Howell, who was the Commanders' starting quarterback last season, gives the Seahawks a new quarterback to compete with Geno Smith and Drew Lock, who backed up Smith the past 2 seasons, who agreed to a contract with the New York Giants, and a list of every Seahawks signing. So this is a pretty good pickup, bona fide backup for Geno Smith, just in case he gets hurt. With the moving of Drew Lock to the Giants, they now take on Sam Howell as the backup for Geno Smith. Now, the Detroit Lions announced on yesterday, they have agreed contract extension with head coach Dan Campbell and general manager Brad Holmes that will keep them under contract through 2027 season. We are thrilled to have Brad and Dan under contract for the next seasons, said Lions owner Shelley Hamp said in a statement. They have been the driving force behind the rebuild of our football team and success that we have enjoyed. The continuity to provide for our football program will continue to be the key to our future success on and off the field. With Kirk Cousins now in tow, the Atlanta Falcons are moving on from their former starting quarterback and getting help for their new one. Atlanta is sending former 3rd-round selection Desmond Ridder to the Arizona Cardinals in exchange for 4th-year wide receiver Rondale Moore. NFL Network Insider Rappaport Tom Pizzero reported on Thursday per sources. Jonathan Jones, CBS Sports First, reported the news of Ridder's imminent departure from Atlanta to now the Arizona Cardinals. So Arizona picks up a backup basically for Kyler Murray just in case something happens again with an injury. But that is a good pickup. And it is a good let go, big pickup for the Falcons with another wide receiver. Cowboys talk cap hit. Stephen Jones doesn't believe that Dak Prescott's $59.45 million salary cap figure has affected the team's approach at free agency. It definitely has. Because if you looked at what the Cowboys have done, which is nothing, basically only signing Eric Kendricks and re-signing 3 players and letting go of 3 players, then you can realize that really the whole thing with the whole reason why we can't move anybody is because of Dak and how much money he's taking from us. And if we didn't have a $60 million quarterback that can't play in the playoffs, then we wouldn't have to deal with this. We would just basically have to worry about things. So hopefully Dak can be considerate and take a little bit so we would use the cap in different situations and not have to every year it's certain, so we can get more flexibility in the cap and be able to sign some big free agents. But that looks like it's not going to happen. And he's also dealing with a sexual assault charge now, so we'll see what happens there. Cowboys did bring back cornerback Jair Lewis on a 1-year deal, which is a good pickup for the Cowboys. They get the corner. They re-signed their cornerback, who did pretty well with us when it comes to Bland, when it comes to Stephon Gilmore. Trayvon Diggs is coming back this year, so we re-signed them. According to the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, going all in is re-signing your own players, not going out and doing free agent market stuff. That doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, I'm not the judge. I'm not the owner. I'm not the coach. That's just what the Dallas Cowboys do, and that's what they've been doing for the longest time. This is why we're mediocre at best, and we can never get past that threshold of getting above and beyond and moving past the playoffs, wild card, or divisional round. We just can never get to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. I haven't got there since 1995, 1996, and probably won't be back there for a while unless something changes with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. Now we move on from the Cowboys. We are now moving on to a big monster move where we just had, where Hollywood Brown is heading to the Kansas City Chiefs. Wide receiver Marquise Brown is signing a one-year deal worth up to $11 million with the Kansas City Chiefs. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported Thursday night. It's seemingly perfect landing spot for Brown, who moves on from the Arizona Cardinals in hopes of providing Patrick Mahomes and the reigning Super Bowl champs with a big play wideout they've been lacking out of late around the NFL. We'll have more lately, shortly. Well, this is a pretty big pickup because you lose Valdes-Scantling. You have a big, deep threat now, and now it's not only relying on Travis Kelce to do the dirty work. You could give it to a Marquise Brown, a Hollywood Brown on a screen pass, and he can go right up the field instead of always using Travis Kelce and hindering on him all the time. Remember, he's getting older, and every year goes by, he gets older and older, and the body gets worn out. So the fact of the matter is, you got to you got to keep him. You can't push him too much all the time. And last year it was really of an essence that they were trying to get him the ball no matter what. Every play, every possession, trying to get him the ball because their other wide receivers and tight ends could not catch the ball for their life. So they needed to use him. In the Super Bowl, in the playoffs, they changed. But man, during the regular season, it looked like Kansas City was not doing anything in the playoffs or even come close to a Super Bowl. And look what happened. They won. So the fact that they got now a deep threat, another good I can use in the screen, quick slants, a lot of good routes that he can run, and he can catch the ball really well. So that's a good pickup for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, another one that really pissed me off why the Cowboys couldn't have pushed for him is former Bucs linebacker Devin White is signing a one-year deal worth up to $7.75 million with the Eagles. Again, another signing by the Philadelphia Eagles, our arch rivals, who will just keep getting better and better on the defense and offensive side of the football. It's ridiculous on how the Cowboys don't do these things, or just in general, any teams. He's only worth 1 year, $7.75 million. We could have got Devin White, Bobby Wagner, and maybe Derrick Henry for $30 million total. That's what's crazy. Now, former Bengals running back Joe Mixon signs a 3-year, $27 million contract extension with the Texans that includes $13 million guaranteed. After he got signed by the Texans, they signed him for an actual deal. Cowboys also re-signed defensive back, special teams guru C.J. Goodwin. Jaguars signing former 49ers DL Eric Armstead to a 3-year, $51 million deal, according to Adam Schefter. That is a big pickup. There goes another big defensive lineman from the 49ers. Chase Young is a free agent. Armstead is gone. He's gone to the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars picked up a really good defenseman, 3-year, $49 or $51 million contract. That's not bad. Then you have C.J. Goodwin from the Cowboys, cornerback, which is also special teams guru. He's been really good for us. We re-signed him, and we also re-signed Jordan Lewis with Eric Kendricks. Not bad, but man, really haven't done really anything. Could have got Devin White, could have got Bobby Wagner. It's just messed up. Now we move on from that. We move on to the last one we have for you guys today on my YouTube show on the Fire Sports Pod. The Chiefs are signed Marquise Brown. We know that. But Keenan Allen has been traded to the Bears in a late-night trade. The Chargers released Mike Williams on Wednesday, and then they dealt fellow veteran wideout Keenan Allen to the Bears on Thursday. Los Angeles received a 4th-round pick this year for the 6-time Pro Bowl. Man, Harbaugh is doing his thing in Los Angeles. He is moving pieces around left and right. He wants his own team, and it looks like Justin Herbert is going to be prime and ready to take on the charge next year with Harbaugh at the head coaching position. This is going to be an exciting football year next year for every other team but the Cowboys, it looks like. So we'll see what the Cowboys do in the future. But other than that, moving on to our last thing, we are now going to take a short we're going to be moving on to our next segment, which I'm just going to go over what's happening in college men's basketball tournaments this coming up. I mean, we got March Madness coming around the corner. So we'll see what happens there. So for me today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going over men's college basketball today and what happened today, what's happening today, and my picks for them. And then we'll end our show for you guys today on Friday, March 15th. So right now, first half, 14:59 left. In the first half, you have number 1 Purdue in the Big Ten tournament, taking on number 7 Michigan State. I took Purdue covering the spread. I got Purdue winning this game. At 1 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN, you have Mississippi State at 20-12, taking on number 1 Tennessee at 24-7. I took Tennessee covering the -10 spread. I'm going to go with the under of 143. At 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, you have number 5 South Carolina at 26-6, taking on number 4 Auburn at 24-7. I took Auburn winning this game and covering that -8. At 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Fox, I might be totally wrong on this, but I'm going. You got number 5 St. John's University at 20-12, taking on number 1 UConn at 29-3. The Tennessee, Mississippi State, and the Auburn, South Carolina in the Southeastern Conference tournament. This one is the Big East Conference tournament. I'm going to take St. John's with the upset. I got them covering the -9.5 and winning this game. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Whoa. Something just happened. We're going to take a pause on that. Rams All-Pro defensive tackle Aaron Donald has announced his retirement. Whoa. That's a shocker, ladies and gentlemen. That is a shocker. That is a shocker. Wow. That is ridiculous. Aaron Donald is gone. He is done. Aaron Donald announces his retirement. Who would have thought that? Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought that? Aaron Donald's gone from the NFL. That's ridiculous. So sorry about that. We are now moving on to 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. In number 10 Ohio State at 20-12, taking on number 2 Illinois at 23-8 in the Big Ten tournament. I'm going to take number 2 Illinois covering the -5.5 and winning this game. 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. You have number 4 Pittsburgh at 22-10, taking on number 1 UNC at 26-6 in the Atlantic East Coast Conference tournament. I'm going to take UNC covering the -7.5 spread and winning this game. At 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN2, you have number 4 Texas Tech at 23-9, taking on number 1 Houston at 29-3. I'm going to take Houston covering the -9 and winning this game. 7 p.m. Eastern time, you have number 7 Texas A&M at 19-13, taking on my number 2 Kentucky Wildcats at 23-8 in the Southeastern Conference tournament. Houston was the Big 12 Conference tournament. I'm going to take Kentucky covering the -5.5 and winning that game. 8 p.m. Eastern time, number 4 Oregon at 21-11, taking on Arizona, who's 25-7, who's ranked number 1 in the Pac-12 Conference tournament. I'm going to take number 1 Arizona covering the -11.5 and winning this game. 8 p.m. Eastern time on FS1, you have number 3 Marquette at 24-8, taking on number 7 Providence at 21-12. I'm going to take number 3 Marquette covering the -4.5 spread and winning this game. At 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, you have San Diego State University at 23-9, who's ranked 5, taking on Utah State, who is ranked, who's 27-5, who's ranked number 1 in Mountain West Conference tournament. I'm going to take San Diego State University covering the +4 and winning this game. At 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, number 6 Florida at 22-10, taking on number 3 Alabama at 21-10. I'm going to take number 6 Florida covering the -4 spread and getting the upset win and winning this game at the Southeastern Conference tournament. At 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN, number 3 Baylor at 23-9, taking on number 2 Iowa State at 25-7 in the Big 12 Conference tournament. I'm going to take number 3 Baylor covering the -1.5 spread and winning this game. At 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on FS1, you have number 3 Colorado at 23-9, taking on number 2 Washington State University. I'm going to take Colorado covering the +2.5 and winning this game in the Pac-12 Conference tournament. That pretty much wraps up the college men's basketball today that's happening and my picks for each game. I'll catch you guys on Monday, on Recap Monday, going over what's happening in the sports world. Man, we are right around the corner with March Madness, ladies and gentlemen. March Madness starts Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, March 19th and 20th in Dayton, Ohio. Things really ramp up with the first round on Thursday and Friday, March 21st and March 22nd. The second round is Saturday and Sunday, March 23rd and March 24th. Cannot wait. It is time for March Madness. We are right around the corner. We are 4 days away from the start of the March Madness men's basketball. Brackets are up and running. Other than that, guys, have a great rest of your Friday afternoon, and I will catch you guys on Monday on Recap Monday on my YouTube show and Apple Podcasts and Spotify audio show. I appreciate all the support, guys. Let's keep going up from here. Have a great rest of your Friday and weekend. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.